Let's jatketaan. On noin 1,5 tuntia aikaa. Vaimo pääsee töistä, sit silloin täytyy lopetella. Koska koira muuten herättää koko talon lapset nukkuus. Mitäs me tehtäis? Aloitetaan Neves. Onko ne tämmösen... Joo. Joo. Missään ei. Harding Quest. No se me tehdään varmaan seuraavaksi. Mennään tähän. Otetaan Nef. Otetaan nää. Ja me löydetään siinä vähän parempia tavaroita. Viisi laukaus.
I've been learning more about the Lords of Fortune.
Have you?
What? They're our allies, and it's good to make friends.
There's not a Lord of Fortune I know who wouldn't like you.
Juodasti kissa, olisiko? Ei kissa, kun kala.
Father gives me an allowance.
There's dangerous fanatics, then there's Alia. She's loose in Ducktown, and we're in the dark.
What's the plan?
The Threads and Alia's Venatori are at war. That might slow Alia down, but until I know her plans, I need to hear whatever information the Threads pick up.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Alia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
You're worried about her.
I'm worried about everyone. I'm tired enough to admit it.
Docktown's protected. What can the Threads do for you?
Alia's a pain for both of us. Let's talk.
We know people in this town. Neighbors. When they don't turn up on the rounds, we notice. Alia used the Threads for dirty work. Stolen relics, muscle, spies. These people, they disappear.
And you don't know where to.
Alia's good at covering her tracks. That's why you're here. I've got names of missing people, including those hardly anyone noticed yet. All yours, no catch.
We can't let Aelia do this. If what she did to the threads was an opening act...
We won't like the show.
This is war. We find Aelia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Docktown's ours.
To Docktown. From the people who breathe it, bleed for it, no one's got its back like we do.
To whatever it takes.
And then some. I knew I liked you.
To home.
Mitä? Siinäkö se oli? No, se oli nopea. Sitä nopeuksia Lighthouseissa tai niinku jatkopuhet siihen. Onko sit vaan, että mennään Hardingin kanssa kattoo isänän ekärät vai mikä se on? Jep. Sillä on jatkoaihe. Sitten on noinakin joku känkkäränkkä. Katsotaan mitä löytyy.
Is that Zara Renata? This place isn't big enough to keep every corpse you guys find.
Zara spoke to Ilario before she died. Emmerich can talk to the dead. I have to know.
I wouldn't have offered my skills if I thought it was unsafe. Let flame rekindle your sight. Let breath and light rise again. Tell us about Ilario della Morte.
Martyrs. He fooled us both. Elaborate.
You took what he wanted most in this world. More than coin, pleasure, family.
The title of First Talon.
If that's what he wanted, why imprison you? Why not just kill you? No offense.
It's a fair question.
Death was the original plan. But this one doesn't waste those with potential.
And Katerina? Did Ilario hire you to kill her?
No.
Ilario used blood magic to control spite. How? He's not a mage.
Our risen god gives many gifts.
Elganon? Ilario's working with Elganon.
Her spirit strong. Haste would be appreciated.
Let her go. We've heard enough.
I'm sorry, Lucanus.
So am I.
What are you going to do?
Take away everything from him.
Semmotteen. Kyllä se halunnut puhua.
She felt it all over. Her attraction to the hero, a powerful but properly contained tingle, nearly exquisite. Properly contained. No, sounds bad. Okay, cut the middle line, much more natural.
What are you working on?
Oh! Rook! I didn't see you. What did you hear?
Not sure what it was, but it sounded pretty good.
Oh, really? Well, thank you. Nev found me more cereals. I've read them, all of them, multiple times. And I thought maybe I could try it, writing my own, I mean. Not like Varric Tethrus, but my own sort of thing. For me, and people like me. Something to focus on, besides Syrian and all of that. And you know, you're also interesting, it helps for inspiration.
Interesting is certainly a word we could use.
But it works! You're fighting ancient gods and everything. And you know the rest. Which, speaking of things and questions, I have a question for you. An important one. Us. I mean, that's the question. Do you want an us? I mean, romantically? Okay, worst possible way to ask that.
I'm sorry if I sent out mixed signals, but I think of you as a friend.
Oh, no. Don't apologize. It's okay. Better to be sure. Being upfront is important, especially on a team like this. Anyways, I'd better finish writing this scene. See you around, Brooke.
Katso, räpsästä tapas.
Supper in Docktown?
You actually taking a break?
I've got leads to chase on Alia and Docktown's missing people. A few sources will only talk if I'm alone. But if you're around after, you help me uncover all this. Supper's on me.
Sure. Count me in.
Kuinka pitkään tää haluat mennä? Oh god. Mennään sit tohon.
Has anyone been held accountable for the damage the palace did to the city?
I hear the Magisterium is talking about it.
That's all news.
These things take time.
Kalastamme oman ruoan. Tyhjä vene.
Well, I'm late. Tried grabbing something from Hal's on the way, but the fish fry's not running. So much for supper.
What have you been doing?
Chasing leads. On Alias Venatori, Docktown's missing people, and anything that might come close.
Find anything?
Plenty. Something I can use is another story. So here we are. I'm out of leads, and you're at that supper I promised.
Still get time with you. Can't say no to that.
Because our time in the city is always a breeze?
Almost never, but you're easy to get along with.
Well, put it like that, and I'd have to say likewise.
Things could go great. Anything can happen.
The anything part is true.
Fair.
So what now?
Anything you want. Name it.
I could use a walk and some rocks.
Rocks?
That's right. So rocks. Look for good ones.
You were serious about this?
You'll see why.
Ooh, look at this fine rock.
Are you making fun of me?
Never. This is quality Minratha's gravel.
Well, aren't you the expert?
So many rocks. How to choose?
You said anything I want.
I trust you have a plan.
Because plans go well for us.
But I trust you then.
All right, time to put these rocks to use. Come on.
How are we doing?
With the rocks or in general?
Let's stick with the rocks.
In that case, so far so good. Still trust I have a plan?
I'm with you either way.
Calliope, you still going?
Cassis doesn't have anyone else. I don't have...
Over here. I'll take you to my usual spot.
Fancy.
Isn't it?
Is this what you do when you're out of leads?
I'd look over my notes, but I've got them by heart. I just need to clear my head.
Nev Gallus without her mind racing. I hardly know you.
Aren't you clever?
So, what are you thinking?
You can't count on a lot here. When I started, I wasn't going to save Minrathus, never mind Thedas. But if I could take a job and follow through, well, maybe people could count on me. But at the end of the day, what have I done? What sticks? Venatori everywhere, Aelia waltzing back into town. I'm fighting, Rook. Sometimes it feels as though the city itself stabs me in the back.
Not on my watch. I'm here for you.
I'm getting that impression. Oh, this is crazy.
What?
Getting mixed up with me.
Nev.
Or that I want you to.
It's not crazy.
There's a lot to lose.
Isn't there always?
Have I told you your trouble?
You've got something.
Maybe. Come on. Well, ready to chase a long shot? We need to get to the spillway.
You've got something on Aelia?
We were watched.
By the cat.
Sure. I mean at the relic deal. When Aelia controlled Damas, she mentioned Bataris and the stolen relic. Why bring that up? Why would she care?
You think she was involved?
Or one of her puppets. She's been careful, but there may be something to pick up at the site. A witness. Anything.
So we're returning to the scene of the crime, where we fought Bataris?
It's just a hunch, but it's the best I've got.
I'm with you. Let's see what's there. What's the plan?
Bataris had a red lyrium relic. Those don't play nice with the Veil. The Viper left me a piece of it. Remnants fade with time, but if we got here soon enough...
Remnants. We've got them.
Fainter than the ones we found before, but I'll see what I can draw out. Let's take a look. I'm on it. Echoes of greed, pride, our Venatori, Bataris. Here goes nothing. The thread smuggler. But this feels scrambled. Two people's thoughts in one source. She wasn't a traitor. She was a puppet. Aelia moving goods to her followers. Look there. There's more. By the waterfall. Look, I realize you just kissed a girl, and now I've got you chasing leads.
I realize I kissed Nev Gallus, and this is part of your charm.
And I thought you were sweet before. Got it. This one's afraid. A witness? Someone else showed up too, after we left. If I can pull out more of an echo, a memory...
So Nev Gallus is back. Tell me what you saw.
Nothing, I swear.
Aelia.
No. In my head. Stay out.
A bystander. They must have seen the fight.
Then Aelia showed up.
Tell me, would you see this city rise? Be a thrall in service to its glorious rebirth?
Thrall? No,
Silence! Your will
belongs to the Venatori.
I'm so sorry.
The risen god will unlock my true power. He's given me Vena Vitalis. We start here.
What's Vina Vitalis?
A rumor, an old Tevinter ritual to increase blood magic. Fake accounts appear on the black market. The real records were burned by magisters. It scared them. But if Aelia follows Elganon, if he could give her the trick, the Venatori are in power, but Aelia wants total control.
A blood ritual. Then the missing people... It's a lead.
But where? When? Who else does Aelia break before I track her down?
Nev?
This place means something to me. But what am I to it if I can't...
You'll catch Aelia again. Docktown's got someone looking out for them. They'll see that.
I don't need to be the hero. I just need them safe. I'm a sucker, Rook. Getting caught up in all this. Bad habit.
You're not alone.
That's how it is. How it's been.
I know. But it doesn't have to be, not with me. I mean it.
I know.
Se vielä lisää juttelua. Organisia. Oho. Mä ryhdyisin jaksa taas.
Trust me, it's her. And we're lucky. If someone found the body before us, she would have been cremated.
Ugh, I'll never understand that custom.
What are you two up to?
Rook, it's very exciting. Nev's invited me to help solve a murder.
Well, if anyone's gonna gather clues from the dead...
I helped the Navaran city guard a few times, but a long-lost crime from the heart of Tevinter.
Let's not oversell it. You ready?
By the flame that stoked you, by the light that rises. Return and speak.
What do you want of this one?
You were a shadow dragon. Someone took you out.
She's already digging in. Be firm.
Why should this one speak?
For a chance to right some wrongs.
One last time.
Speak with no promise of answer.
You helped get people out of the city. Who was the last person you took?
No. Secret. This one's to protect.
They're clinging to a role, keeping secrets.
Fine. Then tell me who killed you. Did you see their face?
Their name gives the other away.
If they came for you, then they're coming for whoever you helped escape.
Don't cross back through the Fade with this weighing on you. Let us help.
Well said.
This one saw the murderer's face. Uranus. His son wanted out for Blood Mage family. This one got the son to Azariel. Help him.
The shadow dragons will get him to safety.
Thank you.
The spirit has left us. Thank you for trusting me with one of your dead.
Wouldn't leave that to just anyone. You're a different story. Thanks for the help.
Anytime.
You hungry? I'm hungry.
Rook, you're here.
Is something wrong?
Biago and Thea sent word. They have information about Ilario. Whatever it is, they wish to speak away from Treviso, away from anyone who might be listening. They won't put more to paper. I need to meet with them as soon as possible.
Terästoin. Hetkinen, mä näen ilmeisesti sieltä. Tämmönen. Se on Darkspawn, ei kumminkin. Jos mä en ymmärsin oikein lui.
The missing dwarves started their patrol here. If we retrace their steps, we'll figure out what happened to them. I hope. This way. And be on your guard. I don't know what we'll find here.
So long as it bleeds.
Jos on voinut kuvitella, että tästä oltaisiin menty Orsamariin. Tämä tuli mieleen just Dragon Age Origins DLCs. Jos sun kaveri Oakreni selvii hengissä. Niin siellä kun se haluu liittyä Greywardeneihin, se liittymisseremonia. Kerrassa loistava.
They were definitely here.
This is good. We're headed in the right direction. The entrance to the deep roads is through here. Let's go. I think there's a passage back here. Stand back. I'll move this rock aside.
Mihin meni teille? Mihin sä menit tän alas vai? Mikä?
Pretty dark in there.
And it looks like the passage leads down.
Ja, allihopa.
Hostile undead. Not a surprise? Awesome.
Tuolla päästäänkö tappeluun niin paljon?
Looks dwarven. It might belong to one of the missing Kalsharak dwarves. Come on, let's try to find a way forward.
We should head this way. Harding, if you please.
Let her lure.
This rock, it feels... Rook, I think there's someone in there. We've got you.
You? It's you?
Yes, it's me, Harding.
But you were... no, it couldn't have been. Oh, my head.
How did you survive in a rock?
That's your question? Right now?
I bet it's a dwarven thing. Children of the stone.
Our philosophers may have an answer, but I do not.
Can you tell us what happened?
We were on patrol. Storgol thought he heard something. Someone weeping, he said. He left to investigate. Never returned. Soon we all started to hear it. The weeping, the whispers. Something took me as I rested. A shadow tinged with red. The last thing I saw before suffocating darkness.
Just rest. You're no longer in danger.
Something's still out there.
But it's not after you anymore.
I understand. May the ancestors be with you.
We should keep going. I sense someone else close by.
Be careful. Trust nothing you hear. Trust nothing you see. And thank you, Harding.
Stay here. You'll be safe. Come on. I know there's more missing.
Mining equipment. Looks old.
There's lyrium all through these rocks. I'm not surprised people tried to get at it.
Those scuff marks. That looks like someone was...
Dragged away, I'd wager.
We have to find them.
Sehän me mahdetaan täältäkin löytää. Gold. Tonne.
There's someone close. I think I can feel them. Keep looking.
Now demons?
There's something wrong with the veil.
Stay here. You'll be safe.
Mikä tärrä?
We need to go up. Let's look for a way to get there.
Avatar-koreo tää.
Look, there's a way through here.
Kumpi sulta oikein?
Someone else is close by. Come on.
Okei. Tää on väärä. Käydään kurkkiin ja urkkis. Tämä en huomannutkaan. No, käydäänpä siellä. Tästä täältä löytyy. Ihmeellinen, kun tää yhtäkkiä hyppää vaan tollain. Howdy. Supplies. Ja matka jatkuu. Onko se kindermuna? Yllätyksenä on...
You're safe now.
Joulu.
Harding, what's happening?
It means we're on the right track. Stay here. You'll be safe.
Blocked. Harding, can you... Thanks, Harding.
That wasn't me, Rook. I didn't move that.
What do you mean?
I don't know what to tell you.
It wasn't me. Simply. Bursting Wraith Demon. No, let's go down there.
Don't worry about that later. Demon's coming.
I think that's Veilguard.
Tätä ei vaikka Veilguard. Täällä tossa oli. Ei.
Lace Harding, you should not have come.
You needed help.
We had to do something once we knew you were in danger.
You are both fools, and I am forever grateful for it.
What happened?
The memory is clouded. I recall a cry in the shadows, and then nothing. I awoke in darkness, pressed against the stone. No room to even breathe. Time lost meaning. There was a voice in my ears murmuring in despair.
Well, I'll never sleep again.
Do you know what it was?
A shade. A rot within the stone.
And it's after me. The only way to stop it is to face it.
Don't. It will consume you.
You, mister, need to rest. I'll handle it. farther in. That's where the Titan's heart is. That's where I have to go. That's where it ends.
The Titan's heart? Are we in an actual Titan? How do you...
I just know.
Whatever happens, we'll be right here with you.
Thanks. All of you. I'm ready.
No, you're Harding.
Red lyrium's usually blighted. This isn't that. It's just lyrium that's angry.
Am I seeing things? Those crystals look like veins.
Over there. The heart. That's where I have to go.
Asia selkäränkä ja kaikki. Okay, let's fight.
I don't understand.
It, looks like you. All right, everyone, breathe. We can handle this.
Look at me! Don't you remember? They broke us into 1,000,000 pieces, and this is all that's left!
Anger. And pain. My anger and my pain.
You cast me out!
I couldn't bear it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
They built their world on the wreckage of us. Vengeance is all we have.
Run!
What's Harding doing?
She'll bring the cabin down, or worse, we have to get to her.
Bro, you feel that? This isn't safe.
We're not leaving Harding. We can still get through to her. Harding! This has to stop. You'll kill us all.
Don't you understand what they did? The elves ripped away our dreams so the earth would be still. Why should they thrive while we lie drunk and forgotten?
Ow.
Harding! You have to stop, or you'll kill us all!
I told you to run!
We don't leave people behind.
I remember all of it. Everything the Evanurus did to the Titans. And now the world will remember!
Tuo on aika paha. Mikäs otettais? Harding. sitten kyllä, että aika paha. Harding itse on rauhallinen, mutta... Mä otan toisen kerran ton pihalta, kun mä teen, että kaikki menee eri sekaisin. Katsotaanko käy.
You're Lace Harding. You're more than this rage. You believe that the world is beautiful, that people are good. Hold on to it. Hold on to who you are.
You took everything from us. And you thought you won. But we're still here. We're different. But we're not gone. We will thrive in spite of you.
Selvä. Tää on tutkittu.
That was intense. My mind's still clearing. Anyway, you ready to go?
Let's get you home.
Stalgard and the others are returning to Kal Shirak to spread word of what happened. They'll need to be strong in the coming days. We all will.
And I think you've proven your strength.
Me? Oh, I couldn't have done it without you. You can ask me how I'm feeling, you know?
How are you?
I used to worry that I'd lose myself to the Titans. But I wouldn't even be here without them, would I? How could I lose myself when they were always a part of me?
So, what's next for you?
First, we stop the Elven Gods. And after that, well... one step at a time. See where it takes me.
Trust yourself. I do.
You're just a bottomless well of support, aren't ya?
I try.
Oh, and I don't know if I said thank you, so... Thank you, Rook. I wouldn't be here without you.
Olisikohan se ollut siis Hardingin tehtävällistä? Selvä. Harding saa upgrade. Katsotaan. Päräpä. That's an Inquisition armory. Joo, ei, katsotaan toi. Toi. Mitäs niin? Sieltä ei oo mitään uutta. Toi on ihan kiva. Sä näytät tää koko aika uutta. Okei. Mitäs me sit? Mä juttelen tuolla. Käydäs jutteles.
No. I had to kill a man once who did blood magic on nugs. 100 little pigs with hands came after me. All together in one big writhing ball. Have you ever tried to stab a ball of angry nugs? That was a bad job.
I've got a better one. You know what the Wandering Hills are named for? It's a monster. Big heap of red tentacles that crawls around, devouring everything in its path. The damn thing was a hillside, the eyes of a village. You try fighting a hill with a sword sometime.
How did you kill it?
Lamp oil. Everything stank of burnt tentacles for miles after.
It's good to see the two of you getting along.
Of course we're getting along. We're professionals.
We're talking business, Rook. Grab a seat.
Is anyone else hungry? Maybe I should cook something.
What about you, Rook? What's the worst job you've ever been on?
Nevin Harding didn't tell you about our hunt for Solus, then?
They don't tell it the way you would.
I mean, it ended with the Elven God of Lies in my head. Is that enough to win the worst job contest?
You joining us then?
Fine. I'll cook something, if Rook's staying.
Maybe just for a minute.
Rook's story first. Then Lucanus owes me one about this contract on a Bronto.
Mierda. That Bronto.
Mierda. Tehdään vielä toi ainakin. Varmaan se satamassa, niin siellä on niin pitkä matka. Tuliko se joku tehtäväkin? Oh. Jos tuo aikaksi.
Buskers in Docktown?
Gold. Makaa siellä veressä.
Why don't you care about
You found something? About Ilario?
Possibly.
What do you mean, possibly? You have something or you don't?
It's Katerina.
We don't know that for certain.
Tell me.
I've got my eyes on Villa della Morte. One of them brought back one of Caterina's rings.
It had been thrown out with the trash. Ilario would never do that. He'd at least pawn it somewhere.
You think Katerina threw the ring away as a message that she's inside the house?
Her opal ring. Lucanis, you know what that means.
She gave that ring to my mother. It was the mark of her favor. House Veilguard killed my parents and sent it back to Katerina to demand she surrender the seat of First Talon. She's alive. Ilario, you idiot.
We need more eyes in the villa to say for certain.
Ilario would tear the city apart searching if he'd lost this. How could she be alive? What is he thinking? How am I supposed to deal with this?
We need to plan a rescue. The sooner we get Katerina out of there, the better.
It could be a trap. We have to deal with Ilario first.
He could still kill her if we move against him. Maker knows what's in his head.
V, you're too pessimistic for your own good. Reason with him, Lucanis.
I thought I had a clear shot at my target. What if I go after him and get Katerina killed? Help us.
How? What do you need?
He'll listen. He always listens to you. Come.
What did you do? Is this the Fade? It seems different. It isn't like those fragments of Solus's past in the crossroads either.
Lucanis is here. Always. Behind locked doors. I can't break through.
All right. Let's go get him.
Couldn't you simply die already? This experiment has gone on for far too long.
I know this place. It's the ossuary. The prison we freed Lucanus from.
Freed? No. We've always been here.
Right. It's not the real ossuary, but it doesn't seem like a memory either. Lucanus is in here somewhere, right? He's... what, where they kept his blood?
Yes, go there. But the locks, everywhere. I can't touch them.
How do I get past the locks? Turn myself into a mouse? Fight a bunch of giant spiders?
By getting past the guards. It's a prison.
Right. What was I thinking?
Still fighting? Tiresome. There's no point, you know. Nothing awaits you anymore. You're long dead.
Nobody's here.
I get one of you back, only to lose the other.
From this crucible. A new Teventa shall be cast.
Rock, did you forget our deal? You were to bring my grandson back to me.
I did?
You brought me an abomination. Where is my grandson?
Tenderness and terror. Rage and relief. Old stale fear of disappointment.
This is the Fade, so this Katerina is... a spirit? Something like that?
No, Lucanus is mine. They won't dare. Thoughts live here. Ideas, feelings.
She's his idea of Katerina, then. Katerina, Lucanus is trapped, but I think you're part of his way out. Lucanus may have changed, but he's still the little boy you loved and raised.
He's not changed. He's possessed by a demon.
And you would never think of rejecting him, whatever happened, would you?
My poor boy.
What trouble you've been.
Ah, yes, the crow. You will learn to regret your crimes against the Venatori.
Don't worry, Rook. I've got my eye on the prisoner.
You've conjured up a friendly face, Lucanus. But your real friends and allies need you in the real world.
Rook, are you sure Spite isn't tricking you? What if there's no Lucanus, just the demon?
After a year in the ossuary, you might believe that. But you're no demon.
Look around. This isn't the mind of a human being, let alone an Antivan crow.
You're the man you were, Lucanus, even buried in this pain. No demon would punish itself like this.
You really shouldn't trust anything you find in the Fade.
I trust you, Lucanus. And I trust myself to get you home. Let me.
You know that's the kind of attitude that's gonna get you killed, right?
I'll risk it. I have a master assassin on my side. Don't I?
Just be careful.
I can't believe it. You're home.
Hey, Rook. Should you be here? Can't say it's the safest place in the world.
Strangeness and charm. Something familiar and foreign at the same time. With a little guilt.
Somehow I thought Lucanus would think of Nev as being more... Tevinter?
Tevinter? People come in three kinds. Family, enemies, contracts.
I hope that's just Spite talking. Nev, you need to let us pass.
You know how he is, Rook. Even if you open the door, Lucanus won't walk through it. This is where he wants to be.
Lucanus always has a choice. If he can't see that, I'm here to show him.
You really think you can help him? You're such a sap, Rook.
I think it's time you stood aside and let me try.
What are you hiding, little demon?
Even if it kills you. Rook, you're too good to be wasting your time in a place like this. Forget about my cousin. You've got much more important things to worry about, don't you? You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. Sharp, jagged edges. Hurt with every breath. Grief and relief. Hope and anger.
Lucanus, you don't owe Ilario a second thought, much less a supporting role.
He put us here. You've got to leave this be, Rook. You turn my cousin loose, it's only going to cause more grief.
I think Ilario will be feeling that grief. Right, Lucanus?
You know that Katerina had 5 children? 8 grandchildren, all dead now, except for Lucanus and me. Last time the Grows fought a war of succession, House de la Morte lost everything. Except the seat of First Stalin. This time, we fight ourselves. What will be left then? You think you'll survive? Your friends? Your cause?
This scum doesn't get to speak for you, Lucanus. Everything that's happened is his fault.
Is it? Are you sure of that? Do you really think he made a deal with a demon? He's not even a mage. Or do you think maybe he just found the one there already? He'll carry this prison with him forever. And he'll fill it with corpses given time.
We need out!
You're an Antivan crow, Lucanus. A professional. Trained to avoid collateral damage and go after the real enemy.
You have no idea what the consequences will be.
Whatever they are, Lucanus, I'll be there to help you.
Katerina was first done. This is Crow business. We can handle it.
What are you doing here, Rook?
Lucanus.
I have not moved. There's nowhere to go.
You see? He breaks our agreement. His mind is still here. He wants to stay here, so he keeps me here!
Mierda! Why would I want to stay? Even in my head, this place is a nightmare.
Right, but it's a nightmare you already defeated. I get it now. As bad as the ossuary was for you, it was better than the alternative.
What alternative?
The ossuary, Zara. You could solve those problems with a blade. But healing again? Living as an abomination? There's no simple answer there. And if you fail, you could hurt the ones you love.
No! This is not... Damn it, Rook!
Make him leave!
Yelling at someone who's trying to fix themselves doesn't help, Spite. And since you're stuck with him, you're only hurting yourself.
Rook, you're right. There has to be a way through this. It's just... so much. I cannot see how to begin.
Start small, you and Spite. Figure out a goal you can both agree on, then make it happen.
A contract?
Contracts are for clients. Call this an alliance. But on what terms?
Okei. Nyt tulikin tämmönen yhtäkkiä, että taas vedetään niinku jalat alta. Tähän enää mahtaa. Mahtaako enää vaikuttaa jollain tavalla? Täytyy oikein miettiä.
Didn't you just learn your grandmother was alive? What are you waiting for? Go rescue her.
That's true.
Fighting crows?
And anyone else that gets in our way. Do we have a deal? We free Katarina together.
Together? We will fight!
Rook, are you all right?
What's the matter with the two of you?
We worked some things out, that's all. How long were we standing here?
Just long enough for it to get awkward. You're sure you're all right?
We're fine, Thea. Don't waste your worry on us. Can I trust the two of you to keep an eye on Ilario? If he starts anything, I want to know about it.
I was going to do that anyway.
You're planning something.
I'm getting Katarina back. But Viago is right. We need more information before we move. Ilario panicked when I came back alive. If he panics again, he could actually kill her this time. We'll only get one chance at this.
One opportunity. Dun, 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 dun. Onko kiva, että vetää tommosen pienen lopputekstin tähän, mitä siinä tuli. Siitä jollain tavalla. Mätä viimitteeksi. Tuon toiseksi. Itse asiassa voisi vetää Emmerikki seuraavaksi, jos ei ole mitään muuta. Käydään... Eikö täällä oli joku tehtäväkin vielä? Muistan oikein. Hoidetaan täällä nyt puhtaaksi. Se on... tuo. Kaikki mennään tohon.
Ready when you are.
They're at me. Save a little for the rest of us, Rook. Don't get thrown. They're taking us apart! Stay in cover! Good. Now it's your turn. They're taking us apart!
Who's there? Protect the shipments.
Don't have to go. Mind?
Täältä vielä vähän.
Well done now.
And now Venatori? What's going on?
Sniper! Now there's a nice shot.
interesting. I wasn't expecting the Venatori to show up.
They said something about shipments.
Let's look around. I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Se on sisään.
This place is... I thought the Shadow Dragons were keeping an eye on it, but let's check, just to be safe. Well, that's not good. Sounds like blood magic. Trafficking in people. Vile. We need to stop this. Low tide beach. Let's go.
Targets ahead.
You'll lead Dogtown to us!
We won't let you terrorize these people!
That's these Venatori down.
Always happy to help on a job like this.
The more scattered we make the cult, the better for Docktown.
We'll get you out of there. Hang on. You all right?
No, but I'm alive and grateful. They were going to take me somewhere. They talked about rituals and risen gods.
You don't have to worry about that anymore. Stay safe, or as safe as you can.
Mitähän tuli nyt tehtyä? Sitten Lighthouse. Mitäs kello? Lukens. Katsotaan, tuleeko sieltä mitään lisää. Tossa oli tuo huutomerkki.
Fire and ice, valor.
Mikä kypärä muuten mun hahmolla oli? Niin jos mulla oli toi. Mitäs tänne tullut uusia?
Oh, great. Is it your turn to cook? What's all this gonna be?
Paella. Well, 2 of them. One without seafood for Emmerich.
So you're making dinner for the team twice?
Everyone has to eat.
Yes, but you make fancy dishes with names. I cook whatever I find in the pantry and hope no one dies.
Cooking is just a hobby. Sometimes it's good to do something that isn't work. Rook, thank you for giving me this contract.
Paella. Saanko tää? Nevicious? Ei. 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 Joo, mennäs tonne. This time.
I've heard another landscape has been...
Prepare well. Tonne.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
That must have been frustrating.
He knows he's not supposed to play in the horticulture. Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
Ah, there's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
An undead mage that's retained their mind. They're theoretical, aren't they?
The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Incredible. Do the other Watchers know?
Well, the most senior do. You weren't high enough in the Order to be informed. The Liches are the great protectors of the necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
I wish I knew how to go from Watcher to Lich.
It's quite the involved process.
But worth it?
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Miksi näet, että tässä on arkku? Onko se tuossa ylhäältä ja onko se vielä jossain ylempänä? Missä tuo ylhäällä?
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
So, if you were a Lich, it wouldn't be a spirit mimicking you? It'd be your actual soul in the corpse?
It would.
I didn't think... Wait. Is that what Vorgoth is?
Oh, no one knows what Vorgoth is. Ah, moon blossoms. Famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do Liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The Liches of the necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for Lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a Lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another Watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond. I cannot reveal more, even to a fellow necromancer.
I understand. So, what's holding you back from Lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die, permanently, during the rites. What cowardice! The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
If you want Lichdom that badly, you have to go for it.
I always thought I'd find the courage when I grew older. Traditionally, candidates for Lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos. She's a Lich.
A half-Lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for Lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So what's a half-Lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of Lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
Oh, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of Lichdom.
How'd she become a Lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
For a Watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them?
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Every mage's dream.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you.
Hei, jos pystyy tekemään litsi, niin totta kai tehdään.
Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volkaren, they walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a Watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, also a Morn Watcher. How'd you do? Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim, early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
Näyttääkö mun reitit? Mä pistän markkiin. Ei. Pitäisikö mä voisin päässä? Onko sä sit vielä tikkaat jossain? Taaskin ilmoitettu. I'm out here.
the last of them.
I wonder what this is about. Someone's left flowers here.
Just a casual inquiry.
Mother? Haven't seen you for... Won't forget. By the fireplace. You too. Love you.
That door over by those vases, was that here last time?
Nope.
Oh, then the necropolis realigned itself again. Like always.
It's grown worse since you returned to us. Perhaps this is how the necropolis shields itself from chaos in the Fade.
Elikkä me tarvitaan...
There's that wisp again. There we go.
Kuinka sattukin, että jostain pakoilta? Jotain ei löydetä. Mitäs tää on? Okei, me otetaan ton tilaan.
Someone left some games here.
Johanna always tried to convince me to play games like these with her when we were students. Her favorite one had 3 separate rulebooks, just as many rulers, and hundreds of minuscule figurines.
Tää on sillä lailla jännä paikka. Sitä oikeesti muuttaa koko aika itseäsi.
To think, Morrigan was the transposition of Mythol.
What?
The carrier of the spirit. Not as a full possession, but gaining memories of the past.
Oh, okay.
Rumor has it that Morrigan helped the Inquisitor, possibly by turning into a dragon to...
She what? How'd she do it? What kind of dragon?
Well, I wasn't there.
We have to ask her next time.
Ei tiedä. Outoa. Jos käy... Itse asiassa ei käydä se kyllä siellä. Ei käy vielä siellä. Mennään tuonne kattoo millaiset tehtävät siellä ainakin on. Joo, tää on niinku periaatteessa hommat loppuu. Ilmeisesti kun se osaa merkkiä. No kyllä aika tiukalla menee aika, mutta... Noin puoli tuntia aikaa. Ehdittäisikö me pelaatua? Läpi. Täällä on joku toinenkin tehtävä jossain. No katsotaan kuinka.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. This is Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
It's okay. We're here to help.
Nothing to be afraid of.
My name's Valya. When I heard about Weishaupt, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf.
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the Griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Why would they do that?
In her diary, Isaiah said the Blight was going badly. The Wardens couldn't win. They turned to blood magic. The Griffins fought harder, longer.
I see where this is going.
Isaiah didn't want to do it, but orders were orders. It won the war.
But then...
The Griffins became rabid. They turned against the Wardens.
So then the First Warden turned against them.
He ordered them all destroyed.
That's why they're extinct.
Has every First Warden been an asshole?
Isaiah said she resisted at first, but orders were orders. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Careful. He's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
Ah, so you're the reason Davrin's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters.
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the Wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other Wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
Why don't you go down to the village later? See what you can find. Take a look. All right then.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back, or the locals wind up dead.
Watchers may deal with the dead, but we don't need people joining them too soon. If Lavendel needs a hand...
You mean live ones, right? Not skeleton hands. Though we might take both.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendel and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
I have a feeling he's right.
Fine. I'm great, the plan's great. Let's hope we don't die.
You are, it is, and agreed!
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
I'm on it. We can do this.
All right. Take that can-do spirit to the rest.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
For the horde.
Come on. Let's check on the warden sentries.
Evka and Antoine need us.
Nothing we can do.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is good. Whatever happens, we won't lose the village.
That's right. Tell Evka we're ready.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
Not on our watch.
We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
Miettinyt, että pitäisikö joskus, jos tekee jonkun uuden hahmon, niin se olisi varmaan Veilguard.
Wow. Look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendel.
We should get back to Evka. Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
Just in case, että kaikki menee mäntyyn.
That's a horn. The Darkspawn are here.
It's coming from the glade.
Let's move. Can't let them break through to the village.
Lavendel's delivery's less than 1 minute.
It's what they made us promise. We'll keep these people alive. Not off the hook yet.
We're not done yet.
Not bad, bro.
Making the rest look as bad, bro.
They're down, but there's more fight left out there.
All right. Be ready for the next call. We could check on the caves, see how the fight is there, or head to the farmlands.
Look! We've got things covered here. Grab supplies if you need them. We've got
Thanks.
backup. Let's push them back.
Another alarm. We have to get to the gate.
Come on.
Onko se siellä? Se ne tappelette tosi urheasti. Mitä sanoit? Sitä oikein yrittäjät vois paikkaa.
This is it. They can't break through. More on the way.
Good. I'm all warmed up.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share.
Antoine? What is it?
Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
It's in here too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
Thanks to Evka's plan.
If we're giving Evka credit, then I won't argue.
Fine. Credit taken. Now, as much as I hate changing the subject...
Right. Antoine, you sensed something strange. What was it?
The Blight's song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods. But now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know. Pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
Antoine, are you okay?
What? Yes, of course. I'm fine. We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe. Antoine, what's on your mind?
It's like there's a pattern in the Blight, and no pattern at all. But always something pulling.
Antoine keeps listening for something.
Got something in mind? You know...
Hetkonen. Ajattelin, miksi tota mun näyttää. Onko täältä löytynyt lisää tietoa?
Hey, Rook. I was planning to take us on to the woods in Arlington soon. Want to keep us company?
Sounds good to me.
Hassan will be glad to hear it. Needs to stretch his wings.
The fires are lit.
Pitäis käydä tuolla. Ihan sen takia mä käyn myymässä sieltä tavaraa, kun mä veikkaan, että Drakon... Mutta tässä on tää.
Need an edge in the Hall of Valor?
Yep.
Come take a look.
Just in case.
Kicks.
Like Antam blood. I'll keep the goods flowing. I'm always open.
Täällä mä just myy. Tuolla mä myin. Tää me mennään sitten seuraavaksi myymään. Nyt mä en jatka enää. Crossroadsia vielä myymässä. Mä seivaan ja lopetan. Mä voidaan sanoa päiväpulkas. Sulla. Ei mitään oo.
So, you and Rook? Nice.
I've got the feeling I missed something.
Adari. I can smell it.
Thanks, Taj. Well, that's...
On both of you.
Oh, really? Well, that's interesting.
Thanks, Taj.
I survived 3 years enslaved in the galleys. Another 2 undercover after I was free.
Tää oli tässä. Vähän lopettelee. Hyvin saatiin tähän asti vedettyä. Mut joo. Me palataan asteella taas seuraavan päivän luultavasti. Mut nyt. Bye bye.